Self-Esteem Parenting 8. Negative Self-Talk. During any given day, I walk around with a stream of negative consciousness flowing through my mind. Negative words, negative criticism that I say to myself in my own subconscious mind. Like, you're a mess up. Why did you say that? What's the matter with you? Why did you do that? And this constant stream of negativity, of this inner critic, this inner voice which puts me down, not only says that you failed, but it often steps up to its game and says, not only did you fail, but you are a failure. Not only did you make a mistake, but you are a mistake. You are worthless. So the Yetzer Hara, the negative self-talk within me, driven by the Yetzer Hara, not only says I did wrong, but I am wrong. I am bad. And the inner core of low self-esteem is that I am no good. I am inadequate. I am worthless. I am no good. Where does this come from? Well, let me take you back as far as an hour ago. Let's talk about how we interact with our children and how many times we say the following types of things to our children. Don't get me wrong. It's okay. It's what we do. But let's say how many times, let's figure out how many times we do this per day. Could you please stop doing that? Stop hitting your sister. Will you please hurry up? Your carpool is coming. Will you please pick up that towel? Did you brush your teeth? You didn't brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Did you make your lunch? You don't make your lunch. You're not going to have a lunch. Put a snack in your lunch? Did you clean up your room? Did you clean up your room? I asked you to clean up. Did you do your homework? Will you get to bed already? I can't understand this. I asked you twice. I gave you a special treat tonight and you didn't still go to bed. Did you do your homework? Will you stop hitting your sister? Will you stop being so annoying? Go to your room. Will you stop that? Stop being such a chutzpahdik child. Will you stop that? Now, this doesn't stop because before Shabbos comes, hurry up, Shabbos is coming. Take your shower already. You didn't do that, or you didn't pick up that towel. Put that cap back on the toothbrush, on the toothpaste. What's the matter with you? Come on. I actually don't understand you guys. Now, how many times a day does this go on? Let's be conservative. Let's say, I can't even be conservative. You know why? I asked this question to my Psych 101 class. I gave a course in Psych 101 to a Beis Yaakov 12th grade, doing college courses in 12th grade. And they said, you can't count the number of times parents give those admonitions, criticisms, and encouragements to their children because it's a constant stream. You can't count them. It's just all day long. I said, notwithstanding that, how many times? Give me a conservative estimate. They said, okay, let's try with 10. So 10 such comments per day. Okay, well, 10 per day, let's see. 10 per day times 7 days a week is 70 per week. Okay, 70 per week times approximately 50 weeks of the year. That's 3,000, can't even say it, 3,500 negative comments or encouragements or criticisms or admonitions per year. 3,500 per year. By the time the child is 10 times 3,500 is 35,000. Let's say that number again, a conservative number of 35,000 negative comments, encouragement comments per year by the time the child is 10 years old. Then the parents come with their child into my psychotherapy office and say, Rabbi, my child has a negative self-image. I said, oh, really? Well, what do they say? I'm dumb. I can't get this math. I have no friends. I'm stupid. I can't play sports. No one likes me. Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So I do family therapy, and I bring the parents together. I do not do therapy on their own. I do not believe in it. I believe that sometimes, once in a while, when I have a 15, 16-year-old, I can do personal therapy after the parents have worked with me for a while with the child. But usually I do family therapy, where I have the family there together as a unit, and I understand the family dynamic, what's being said, how they operate, how they work as a family system to understand what is the dynamic affecting this child. And when they come to me and they say, fix my child, I say, well, let's fix this family unit. Let's change the way this family is speaking. Why is that? Because a child growing up does not have the capacity to have an identity. A child cannot self-reflect until they're about 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. They only work by virtue of reflected appraisals, which means that we tell them who they are. If we say that you're sweet, then I'm sweet. You say that you're good, I'm good. I'm kind, I'm kind. If you say I'm selfish, oh, I'm selfish. I'm inconsiderate, oh, I'm inconsiderate. Oh, I'm just an angry child, oh, I guess I'm angry. We will give a child an identity. We create the child's identity by virtue of the words we use, the comments, the labels we call them and we say to them. And if we encourage them 35,000 times to get their act together by the time they're 10, we haven't said you're bad necessarily. We've just encouraged them to get their act together. What do you think the impression is of a child who's heard this 35,000 times by the time they're 10 years old? They say to themselves, I'm just not measuring up. I'm just not making it. I'm just not a good person. So by osmosis, they learn to take on that negative self-talk. And then in adulthood, teenage and adulthood, they walk around with a negative critic. And isn't it interesting that if you think about it and you introspect just for a moment, listen to the voice of your adulthood inner critic. Whose voice does it sound like? I wonder. I bet you it sounds like one of your parents. The tone of voice, the negativity, the words that stick in your mind. We as parents create an identity because a child doesn't have an identity until later on in life, till 15, 14 years old. And therefore we have to be very careful what we say.